Okay, there's no one in my family right now, with the exception of myself and God willing, by the grace of God, that's possible, and God willing will continue, who's not struggling financially. I'm talking about guys, not your parents' age, but like everyone in my family from 18 to 35 is struggling financially, especially the guys in their 40s who have kids, because they can't afford those kids, man. A lot of my family's out in BC where a bungalow is $750,000 in an industrial neighborhood. I mean, it's out of fucking control because people don't save, people live on credit, they've forgotten the lessons learned from the Great Depression, and to compete with those fucking idiots, you have to live on credit, right? A mortgage with 10% down, a car with no money down, and all your money going to rent and going to debt, okay? The only good debt is corporate debt, where you don't have to pay it off, right? Or even better, when you're too big to fail and the government bails you out. That's the kind of debt that you want. Personal credit card debt, that's a nightmare, dude. Okay, you need savings. That's what's gonna. You know why China's ripping America's face off right now? Because everyone there has savings, and they're forced to by the government. Singapore forces its citizens to save 10% of their income. I want you guys saving 40%, dude. $1,000 in your bank account is a fucking disaster, man. Okay? Like, you're gonna need, if you wanna live in the West, if you wanna come out here, you won't need as much, but if you wanna retire in the West, you're gonna need 2.5 mil by the time you're 65, dude. Okay? You need 1 million right now to retire in the West. But with inflation, by the time you retire, that's gonna be 2.5 mil. And because those social programs that exist and the pension plans, that's not gonna make it. That's not gonna make it when North America is a poor country and all the money's in Asia and you can't afford to pay out any of these plans. Okay? That's what's going down in the world. So every time you think about something, think about how much it's costing you, all right? You got people with $5,000 in the bank spending $3,000 on a vacation, 60% of their net worth. Or you got people with no money in the bank spending $6,000 on a vacation on fucking credit card debt. I worked with a guy like that. He had a house, he had a wife, he had no money in the bank, and they'd go on vacation every year to Rome or something, dropping $10,000. Okay? So it's not even a percentage of your net worth because your net worth doesn't exist. All right? It's a percentage of your debt, which is now compounding interest negatively, which is an absolute fucking disaster. Okay? If that economic collapse happens in the US, and I've got an article on how to prepare for that, it's going to be worse than the Great Depression because people don't have any savings now and they're on debt. I mean, those statistics are absolutely insane, guys. So, in short, man, the way out of wage slavery is to buy your way out, okay? That's how you get out of slavery in this world. You buy your way out. You do it by increasing your income and stacking as much of your cash. My man Grant Cardone tells you to save 40%. I say, save more if you can. Especially if you got your exit plan on site. I think I was saving maybe 60 or 70%, for the last 2 years in sales before I left. It was just like everything, dude. I wasn't going out. Every spare minute I had was spent on RLD, including my actual time at work, because they didn't treat me well. So I spent as much of my time on my own business as possible. Okay. And I'd go out maybe once a month, and that austerity is what got me to be able to be here and be talking to you and being actually in a business that I love and having clients that I love. Okay. And as opposed to in sales where my clients treated me terribly. I mean, all these things, I could go on, but it really came from saving and then being able to reinvest that savings into a high margin, high ROI business, which you should do before you quit your job. Okay, so think about that every time you're about to spend money, dude. Even if it's for a meal, how much of my net worth am I spending here? Okay, because that'll check you real quick, right? What's your savings target, right? Okay, say you want to save $100,000, which I think is a good target, to never have less than $100,000 in your bank account. Dude, that $1,000, right? Like, that better be for your business, $1,000 for a new computer that's going to help you do better in business is great. $3,000 on a vacation, dude, you can't afford that right now. Wait till you're making $10,000 a month in your own thing. right? So that's the mentality. Hope that found you well. And you know, I wish you guys all the best. I wish everybody's, you know, able to be free and have the lifestyle you want. And I know you can do it. You just have to buckle down, get the savings together, and, you know, really get serious, man.